explore the interconnectedness of all living things and the wisdom that can be found in nature. Today, I want to share a short story with you. It's a reminder of the importance of relationships, compassion, and connection to the natural world. The sun was setting over the small village, casting a warm orange glow over the thatched roofs of the huts. Kael, a weary farmer, knelt down on the dusty earth outside his home, his eyes closed in contemplation. His hands grasped a worn wooden staff, adorned with symbols of Gaia, the goddess of the earth. Kael had lived all his life in this village, tending to the land and relying on its bounty for his family's survival. But this season was different. The rains had been scarce, and the crops had withered and died under the scorching sun. His farm, once a thriving oasis, now lay barren and dry. As he prayed, Kael's thoughts turned to his family, his wife, Arya, who had been ill for months, their young daughter, Lyra, who was struggling in school due to the lack of resources, and his elderly mother-in-law, Alara, who relied on him for care. The weight of his responsibilities, combined with the disappointment of his failed crops, left Kael feeling overwhelmed and hopeless. "Gaia, hear my plea," he whispered, his voice cracking with emotion. "I have followed your cycles, respected your rhythms, and given back to the land as I should. Yet, you have taken away our livelihood, leaving us on the brink of starvation. What have we done wrong?" The wind rustled through the leaves of nearby trees, carrying the whispers of ancient wisdom. Gaia's response came not in a voice, but in a gentle stirring within Kael's soul. "My child," she seemed to say, "you have forgotten that my power is not limited to the growth of crops and the cycles of nature. I am the embodiment of the earth itself, its rhythms, its cycles, and its mysteries. Your connection to me must be deeper than mere sustenance or material gain." Kael opened his eyes, feeling a sense of clarity wash over him. He realized that he had been focusing on his own problems and struggles rather than seeking guidance from Gaia. "What do you want from us, Gaia?" Kael asked, his voice filled with a newfound sense of reverence. "I want you to remember that I am not just the goddess of the earth," she replied, "but also the guardian of your hearts. Your family's well-being is tied to the health of the land, but it is also tied to the quality of your relationships and the depth of your compassion." Kael felt a lump form in his throat as he thought about his own shortcomings as a husband, father, and son-in-law. He realized that his stress and frustration had taken a toll on those around him. "What can I do, Gaia?" Kael asked, his eyes welling up with tears. "Take care of your family," she replied, her voice like a gentle breeze. "Attend to their needs, nurture their spirits, and celebrate the beauty that surrounds you. Your connection to me is strongest when you are connected to those around you. Tend to your relationships as you would tend to your crops, with love, care, and attention." Kael felt a sense of peace settle upon him. He knew that he had been given a precious gift, a reminder of the interconnectedness of all living things. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Kael stood up, his eyes shining with a newfound understanding. He walked back into his home, where his family was waiting for him. "Arya, Lyra, Alara," he said, his voice filled with emotion, "I have been given a great gift today. I have remembered that our connection to the earth is not separate from our connection to each other." His family looked at him in surprise as Kael began to share his experience with Gaia. They listened intently, and for the first time in months they felt a sense of hope and unity. In the days that followed, Kael worked tirelessly to rebuild their farm, using permaculture techniques to revitalize the soil and restore the land's natural balance. His family rallied around him, working together to create a thriving oasis once more. As the seasons passed, the village prospered, and Kael's family flourished. They learned to appreciate the interconnectedness of all living things, just as Gaia had taught them. And whenever they faced challenges, they would remember Kael's lesson that their connection to each other was the greatest harvest of all. Years later, when Lyra grew up and became a skilled healer, she would return to her family's farm with her own children, teaching them about the ancient wisdom of Gaia and the importance of cultivating relationships as one would cultivate the land. And so, Kael's lesson would live on through generations, reminding everyone that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope and always a chance to reharvest the beauty and wonder of life. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Gaia's Grove and join our community of like-minded individuals who are exploring the deeper connections between nature, culture, and spirituality. And if you want to get a hold of me by email, I will have it in the description down below.